want to thank everyone for coming out and listening to this show. Um, all those who are checking us out from viewing us on the YouTube or on the ATR platform on Facebook, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. We always love listening, getting feedback from y'all. So uh, please share, please comment on our show. Our show is every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We do apologize for the muted part at the beginning, but we're full active. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hopefully, you can hear me now. And we're going to go into this show. This is going to be a great show because we're going to be talking about the hygiene of health. We're getting away from fussing at doctors, fussing at this, trying to get people out of the medical mentality. And let's talk about what does it take. Let's come up with some solutions using hygienic principles. So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be teaching hygiene of health. We're going to get some topics such as, care of the skin, care of the eyes. This is what people are suffering with. People are suffering from skin issues. People are suffering from eye, issues where they can't see, astigmatism, glaucoma, cataracts, and different things that are illnesses of the eyes. And what we're going to do is teach you some principles and techniques that will allow you to remove those issues out of your life, where you can feel 100 times better, where we can bring sight to the blind. So that's what we want to do. We want to see people restore their sight. We want people to restore flesh, wholesome, quality of skin. And we're going to teach about, quality of hair, taking care of the feet, taking care of the orifices of the body, taking care of the colon, taking care of the lungs, taking care of the hearts, taking care of the brain. These things we're going to be emphasizing to help you get to an ideal optimized health. Because in our society right now, people are suffering. I mean, they're suffering illnesses that are really causing them pain and that they're dying from prematurely. We having people who's crying for their loved ones who's going prematurely, all because of incorrect knowledge about what it takes to be healthy. And then we're not being implementing those actions or applying those actions in our life. So we want to start off by thanking ATR Media for allowing us to be here. We always want to give thanks for this platform, to get out here and be unedited on providing you with our concept of health. We're not told that we have to not talk about medical doctors or not talk about that. We're freely given the choice to teach our modality. And our modality is a natural way of teaching health. So we want to thank them. We want to thank you, our listeners, for tuning in every week. We can't do it without your support. We just be talking to ourselves. If you didn't tap in and comment and share with other people, our views are getting up. We want more people to get this show, be able to hear this message that we have. So we ask that you, share to people, talk about us, tell them about Natural is Health, and this guy up there with some long hair that's talking about fruits and vegetables eating, that's talking about, restoring energy to the fatigue, that's opening up the eyes of the blind. And we had those people come in our office, people who were suffering with eye issues. This is why I'm bringing this information to you. We had people who the doctor said was blind. They couldn't eat. They had to have assistants walking up in our office. And now they're having restorative eyesight. We had people who could not drive at night, who had on their license that they had to wear glasses because they could not see. They were really legally blind too. But here it is, they were able to discard their glasses and see perfectly fine, able to read a newspaper by the moonlight. So this is not something that we're saying we're miracle workers or anything like that. But what we're telling you is that your body is able to correct itself, when you provide it with the right recommendations and you put the right exercise with it and you exercise the right discipline. Your body have a chance to repair because every organ and tissue and cell in your body is living material. And each cell has the generative power of self-healing. Every cell have the you say reproducing power to reproduce itself, to create new cells and tissues, to replace old worn out cells and tissues or defective cells and tissues. So this is why every organ, every inch of your body has the ability to heal itself. Now, it can't heal itself without the right condition. It can't heal itself without the right, you'll say, means. So, what we're going to start off is in our topic, we were talking about high vitality and the hygiene of health. Before we can talk about the hygiene of health, we must talk about, vitality, this thing called nerve energy. And I've been talking a lot in our teachings about nerve energy. Nerve energy is a term coined in natural hygiene as being functioning power or vitality. A lot of you may know it as the saying, "Hey man, that kid got a lot of vitality. He got a lot of energy. He got a lot of functioning power." So our nerve energy is similar to vitality. It's the same as life force. He got a bunch of life in him. So this nerve energy, when you have high nerve energy, meaning you have a bunch of life in you, you have a bunch of vitality, you have a bunch of functioning power. But when you don't have vitality, you look run down, you look drained, your body look old and decapitated, dilapidated, it just run down. So vitality is the same as nerve energy. And when you have this high nerve energy, you have a lot of life force in you. And the more life force you have in you, the quicker your body repair, the quicker your body heal, the better resistance your body have to the natural occurring things in nature. A child can resist the conditions of the heat and cold than an older person who have less vitality. They can feel every cold that wind that blow. They can feel every rain that drop. They can, feel the sensations of the sun more than the person who has life force to regulate their own temperature and resist the conditions of nature, in other words. So when we don't have this function in power, we suffer. We suffer disease. And the only way to not suffer disease is to have high functioning power. Now, in one of our shows, you could go back and check it called the 10 Ways of Health. We talked about it. And in that topic, we talked about 10 ways or 10 conditions that rob your body of energy. And we also talked about 10 ways that enhance your body of energy. Now, those 10 ways we talk about is cleanliness, keeping the body clean, and about fresh air and sunlight and ideal food and nurturing relationships, emotional poise, and all those 10 ways that we give our clients to start working towards their health. But those things right there are necessary if we want to have high energy, because if we don't eat properly, we rob our body of energy. If we're eating toxic food, those toxic food require a huge amount of energy to neutralize them and prepare them for their escape or drainage or their elimination or their detoxification out of the body. Now, a food that is usable by the body, such as apples, fruits, and other vegetables and things of that nature, they don't need to be neutralized. All they need to be done is assimilated and absorbed into the body to be used for energy. But toxic food, not only are they not able to provide you with energy because they are being neutralized and then detox. So they never become a part of your body to become energy. So they're wasting valuable energy, and they're also not providing your body with energy. So those things we consider to be an energy robber. Now, energy enhancing is when you eat proper food and or when you fast. Drinking clean water. Clean, pure water enhances your energy. drinking toxic drinks and substances and concoction, elixirs, and different soda swaps. Those things drain the body of energy because the kidneys got to work overtime and detoxing these chemicals out of your body. So we look at energy drainers and energy producers or enhancers. It enhances your energy. Then those things that drain your energy. Anything that drains your energy takes away your vitality. When your vitality get low, then you have no resisting power. You have no assimilation power. You have no detoxification power. Your body doesn't have energy or power to function. That's when we start suffering our diseases. You want to stay away from disease? Keep high energy. How do we keep high energy? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked me that. The way you keep high energy is by practicing the hygiene of health. All right. So I want to let's talk about the hygiene of health. And I wrote down some things that I want you to put in a I want you to get a pen. If you get a pen and a piece of paper, I want you to write down these different levels of these different conditions that we're going to call the hygiene of health. All right. Now you cannot change your hereditary, but you cannot change your past, and you cannot make society over. But you can work for the betterment of these things for the future. You can change the influences that you put to your body to create something different. You can't change that you ate pork chops all your life and hamburgers and hot dogs and oxtails and other toxic food that you've been building your body with. You can't change that you've been drinking alcohol, been on all type of intoxicating drugs, and living a haphazard lifestyle where you weren't getting sleep, you partying all night, excesses and different things like that. We can't make that over. But what you can do is take the day now, starting now, say that I'm making a conscious effort change to create a environment around myself that I can create a better lifestyle, and I can promote health in my body, to maintain health in my body, to first regenerate health back to my body, and then maintain that health in my body. And you do that by practicing hygiene. So write down number one. Let's start off with number one in hygiene, and that is cultivate, poise, and cheer. A lot of us, and this is when we talk about in our 10 ways of health. Now, I'm going to give you a good bit of them, so you're going to have to be writing kind of fast. And this is cultivate, poise, and cheer. Now, you don't have to walk around like you in a rosy cloud all day or anything like that, but be neutral. This is where you're going to use the conscious level of neutrality, and acceptance, where you're going to either, like Paul said, I know how to be content if I'm rich or poor, if I'm hungry or fed well. This is where you want to use, where you want to cultivate poise and cheer, where no matter what the situation around you, you're able to keep your emotions at a level where it's not draining your body of energy. Even good energy is draining of your vital fund or your vitality. So even if you go and play all day long at the park every day, you will be draining your body of energy. If you go to the gym every day and work out effortlessly all day long, you will be draining your body of energy. It comes with having balance in all things except for bad things. You want to stay away from those things. So you want to, even when other things come in your life, you want to be able to maintain a level of poise, a level head in all situations. This is what's going to help you conserve the energy. It's all about conserving that energy, first building energy, and then conserving that which you've built. It's all about saving, creating money, wealth, and then saving that wealth, not spending it. So we're not saying wealth here, we're saying health. So it's all about creating health, creating energy. Energy is your health. All right. And then you preserving that energy by maintaining it by living healthy lifestyle. Now, number two, exercise daily. All right. So you're exercising daily, but not to excess. Daily exercise, and this should be preferably in the sun and in the fresh air. All right. not cooped up in gyms, not cooped up in dark areas or anything like that. Get out into the fresh air and get out into the sun. And not only just in the form of play, also in mental and physical exercises. Do not overindulge though, but get out and do exercise with your mind, exercise with your spirit, exercise with your physical form. Get out there and do things, hang out with people. Get out and do some good. You know, that's that spiritual exercise. You know, and the world need more of that, showing out love. That's one of the best machines, a spiritual machine you can use to cultivate a good spirit, is to go out there and practice love. The world can't. They say the world has so little of it. We need more of it. So number three. All right. So far we got cultivate, poise, and cheer, and we also got exercise daily. In the hygienic teachings and orthobionomics, that's what we're teaching, orthobionomics right now. Right life. Bionomy is you'll say positive energy life, cellular life, and ortho is just meaning upright. So you're talking about upright cellular life. How to create a ideal state for the cell to create forward life, to ongoing repairing and regeneration and stuff like that. So we got cultivate, poise, and cheer. We got exercise daily. And then number three is secure plenty of rest and sleep each day. That is very important as well, because if you remember, there's no way to get energy unless you go to sleep. That's the only way you get energy, by resting, being inactive, cutting your body off, cutting your eyes off, cutting your hearing off, cutting your tasting off, cutting your awareness down to a bare minimum. Your movement, all your actions are at a halt when you're at sleep. You're still in a dead position. And at that time, your body is conserving its energy, and by its conserving it, it's building it up. It's creating a bank account, a savings account for you. And then when you get up in the morning, you start spending what you've been saving. All that energy you built up throughout the night, now you're using it to walk, talk, and different things of that nature. But if you talk less, walk less, act less, eat less, work less, do everything less while you're awake, then you're still conserving energy. And then when you go back to sleep, you cultivate more energy, and you the next day you save that. And so you build up a fortune for yourself where you have high vitality. That's the secret to building up your vitality, is stop spending it. Go and sleep. Go and rest. A lot of people say, "Man, I get tired of sleeping." Well, keep sleeping. Your body is just into it now. If it go in there and look like it's not getting enough rest, it's because it doesn't realize, oh man, I'm going into a sleep mode. I'm about to utilize this as much as possible. I'm about to take advantage of this situation. I'm like on charge mode now. All right. So number four, keep clean. This refers to both body and mind. We got to make, and that goes to emotional balance too. So that's playing. All these kind of intermingle with each other. But this keeping clean both body and mind is you're keeping your body cleansed with just washing. And we're going to talk about that when we talk about bathing in a show coming up, because a lot of us, we tend to overbathe and bathe all time hours and different things like that. We're going to teach you the hygiene behind bathing, that you can preserve your energy and maintain health. Hey sis, how you doing? Thank you for being tuning in. Yes, vitality is money. That's all you really need for health. It's like money, and the more you have of it, the more you can utilize to repair your body, repair your flesh and bone, and to function. You can't function without vitality. You can't function. Your cells don't function unless they have streams of functioning power, streams of vitality, that life force, that life stream flowing through it. And the only way we can get that is through the preservation of our life stream by being conservative. in our daily day actions, and making sure we acquire plenty of rest in which to accumulate that energy. Number five is, and write this stuff down. Remember, cultivate, poise, and cheer. That's one. Exercise daily. Secure plenty of rest and sleep each day, and keep clean. And both, like I said, in your body and then also in your mind, we have to keep these thoughts clean. We got to stay away from these toxic shows, stay away from these toxic movies. Make sure that we maintain love and forgiveness to one another, because we'll be playing that hate in our mind over and over. I can't believe he tried me like that. Oh, I hate this son of a gun. I wish I would have beat him across his head. That's toxic. But if you forgive everybody everything, immediately when the situation arises, you won't harbor that hate in your heart, because it will tear at your soul and cause issues, your high blood pressures, your other stresses, the rotting of your bones, and all type of other different things. You can't build blood without healthy bones. All right. So the whole thing is to keep clean, keep cleanliness in body and in mind. All right. All right. Number five is breathe fresh, pure air as much as possible. Man, this weekend I was on a little outing in Colombia, and soon as I walked to the door of the place that we were living in, man, my breath instantaneously disappeared. And I went in there, and I do this just about everywhere I go. I go when I go into in homes and hotel rooms. I strip all the air fragrances out of the place and throw it on the back porch and put it out of the way and open up the windows to get fresh air in there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to be in there. All right. So we got to make sure that we're breathing fresh air. Always connect ourselves to fresh, flowing oxygen. Number six, secure as much sunshine as possible. All right. We got to go out there and expose ourselves to sunlight. And this is what we're going to be talking about in a future show as well, where we're going to talk about clothing, the hygiene of wearing clothes and different things of that nature. Because even when we're talking about the hygiene of skincare, we can't properly take care of our skin when we have these tight clothes on that's suffocating our skin, these clothes that are doing damage to our body, these shoes that are ill fitting, these socks that are tight and cutting off circulation, and all these other different wears that we put on that is restricting the rays beating on our flesh, helping with vitamin D production, mingling with the oil. It stops the body, because the skin is a big conductor of heat that allows heat to escape from our body. So wearing clothes is stopping that heat from escaping our body and causes us to overheat a lot of times and suffer health issues, or our body have to resist that temperature, which is a waste of energy as well. So the whole thing about it is conserving energy. You remember? All right. I'm talking fast here because we only got an hour here, and I got so much to teach right now. And number seven is eat moderately of wholesome foods. Now, it takes a lot of energy to digest food, especially when that food is a lot, when you're eating a lot of food. And when the food is mixed, the more items and ingredients in the food, the longer it takes to digest, because each food requires a different character of digestive juice in which to digest it. So each one of them got to wait until the body alters its juice to digest this, then digest that, and then digest that. So all those are using up vital energy and taking long periods of time to digest. So that food don't become energy for 24 hours, 48 hours, or something like that. And we wonder why we have sluggish digestion, is because we're not eating in moderation. We're overtaxing our digestive tract. The organs that produce enzymes and stuff like that only can produce a certain amount of enzyme. But when you're constantly forcing it to produce enzyme, they don't get any rest. The pancreas and other organs that lend in, producing enzymes to digest food. So all these organs need rest. The stomach itself, the muscle need rest in that peristaltic gastric churning that it do of the food. And then the digestive tract and moving the food down the digestive tract. So all these things get a rest when you eat moderately or when you're not eating at all. But the constantly use that and eating 3 meals a day and then snacking in between, you're giving the digestive tract no chance to rest. And especially when you're eating a huge amount of food. All right. So eat moderately of wholesome food. Then we go to number 8 and say, be moderate in wearing clothes. Here it is. Like I said, a lot of this is going to go hand in hand. Moderation in wearing clothes. We're not overtaxing the body with this heavy clothes, wearing the body down, trapping the heat. Um, we're allowing the body to get proper sun rays, proper airflow through it. So the whole objective is to make sure that we're conserving energy. And also, this is where we're going into having emotional poise or having meaningful purpose in life. So I wrote down have a interest in life. Have meaning. A person who don't have spirit tend to allow their body to not be able to bring up huge amounts of energy. It's like when you could die when you don't feel like you're a part of the game, when you're not living the life that is meaningful to you, or a laudable purpose in life. It can cause you to feel down and out and just want to kill yourself, or don't even have any energy to live or any energy to make a difference in the world or even a difference in your own life. So let's make sure that you have an interest in life. And also, let's look at avoid all poison habits. A lot of poison habits are in our environment today that is unbeknown to us poison. It don't have the label of poison on it. The label that it have on it is food, drink. It's called Coca-Cola. It's called Nabisco Oreo. It's called, the Big Mac. It's called the Whopper. It's called the Sun Kiss. It's called, all these other poisons that are out here. They don't have the label and the crossbones of poison, but indeed there are poisonous substances that the body cannot make use of and will have to waste energy neutralizing and ridding itself of it. The body can only make use of wholesome things. It only can make use of fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds that go into this mouth. That's all supposed to be going in this mouth. Anything else that goes in there is considered a poison, must be counteracted and neutralized and thrown out of the body. Now, all that takes energy. So we want to make sure that we're conserving energy. Coffee, teas, coca, chocolate, tobacco, alcohol, opium, heroin, soda fountain drinks, and other drugs all weaken and poison and destroy the body. So we want to make sure that we're not weakening the body or destroying our own body. Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost? You cannot destroy this body without, God destroying you. So let's make sure that we build a healthy temple for our God to live in. This is the temple that God worked through to create this world that we have. And let's create using a cheerful attitude, showing nothing but love and things out into the world. Let's use our imaginations, our minds, and our body to create a kingdom on earth. All right. So 11, avoid sexual excesses. Anything that drain the body of energy. This is not only avoid sexual excesses of any kind, work excesses. So avoid all excesses is number 12. So, but sexual excesses is one that we tend to not think that is draining us of our energy. I see our love alchemist, Vaughn Says, made a good post the other day where he was talking about masturbation was draining people of energy. And if you know now, these women, they have this thing where they can, vibrate themselves to oblivion. And and that battery don't get tired. So it's not going to be like man, nature put it in where man going to eventually get tired. He just can't just go on and on and on. Maybe some of the young whippersnappers, but even then they still get tired and burn themselves out real quick. But here it is, these batteries just need to be changed. It's like the bunny rabbit, they go on and on and on, and the energizer bunny. So they're overworking their sexual organs and causing them not only to have low energy, but also to suffer neurotic issues from constant seizures on the brain from having them back-to-back orgasm. Because an orgasm was considered to be a miniature seizure on the brain, and you can look up, all neurologists back that information, that a small lash goes on to the brain as each irritation or neurotic orgasm lets out. So that's something that we want to look out for too, and control, where we don't bring disease and low functioning power to ourselves. So take that in effect. I know it feel good, but we have to control it. And then the guys who doing it in excess, you want to retain that energy for healing. If you notice that when you suffering diseases or these chronic diseases that come in, men, they lose the functioning power to even get up. So that lets you know that that is not needed. It's a waste of vitality. It's a waste of energy. You're not going to be able to have sex when you're sick or suffering these chronic diseases. And so is the women. They start having pain down there. They start having no secretion. They have to, use a whole bunch of different oils and stuff to put down there just to get lubrication going on. It don't even feel good. It can't get no satisfaction out of it, because the body is telling you this is a waste of our time right now. We got better things to spend our energy on. We got to repair a heart that's about to kill us. What's good us having a sexual experience when the heart is not beating right, when the brain is not thinking right, when other organs and tissues that are vital to existence is not properly working. We're not going to waste the energy on that. That comes later. Let's work on first things first. And then we go down to do not become one-sided in our manner of living. Most clients that come to me, they tend to want to say, well, I need for you to tell me what to do. My thing is, I don't want to just always tell you what you need to eat and stuff like that, and how you need to live. What I want to do is teach you the principles of hygiene. And you make choices in your life as they come day by day to choose right manner, means and conditions to promote health in you. I want to tell you to eat apples today when you go somewhere and they got apples, pears, peaches, and plums, and watermelon, and different things of that nature. I want you to just choose fruit. Choose fruit that is delectable to you, that your taste buds are crying out for, that you can almost taste when you look at it. That's the one that's telling you, that's pick me, pick me, pick me. That I am what you need. I got the vitamins and minerals that's going to neutralize your body, nurture your body, the nutriments that you need. This is the kinesiology behind paying attention to what your body needs, you know. But we don't want to get one-sided. We want to make sure that we keep an all level of health. I don't want to have an exercise that I think you need to be doing. I want you to be able to, create the body that you desire, full throttle from head to toe. I don't want to just have you drinking water early in the morning and then in the evening. When you know what thirst is, you'll drink according to thirst. When true thirst presents itself, you'll know what it is. When you understand what true hunger is, you eat when hunger presents itself, not because I told you to wait till 12 o'clock to eat, or I told you to eat between 6 and 8. If you're not hungry, there's no clock that can tell you you're hungry, because the clock hit 12 o'clock. You say, oh, it's time for me to eat. That couldn't have made you hungry. But when you understand that true hunger is a pleasant mouth and throat sensation, then you will eat when that sensation presents itself. And when that sensation has disappeared, then your body will, and especially when you're eating wholesome stuff, the food will lose its taste, it loses flavor, it's letting you know you've had enough. So here it is. We want you to learn the conditions and the principles. That's why we're teaching you hygiene, where you don't have to say, what should I do? What should I do? You'll know how to perform when you're out here. All right. So let's mosey on to a little something else. So you got the ideal of vitality. You got the idea of the hygiene of health. and some of the conditions of health. What we want to talk about now is the care of the skin, in bathing. A lot of us, we tend to, well, like you said, the skin is a organ, and this organ need to be taken care of like any other organ. So bathing should be quick. And I'm gonna run through this kind of rapidly because I do want to spend more time on the eyes. I kind of spent a lot of time on the last two subjects, but bathing should be real quick, and it should be done in the morning, with just wiping off. And then in the evening should be when you're taking your bath or a shower. A shower is more preferred over a bath because you don't want to submerge yourself in water, and because you can suffocate yourself. And we know that that's not proper care for the skin by allowing the skin become wrinkled and just submerge into water for even long periods of time, or and the water should be lukewarm. It shouldn't be hot or cold, because cold water will, cause the skin to react by, you know, tensing up, and the muscles. And also a hot bath will actually be like you cooking yourself, and your body cannot properly sweat while it's in that heat, to let off the heat, because you're sitting in the heat. It's like you're in a big pot of making stew of yourself. But and then your body have to waste energy. If you coming out of there sweating like crazy, you're losing a lot of your electrolytes, and you're also wasting energy to regulate temperature in your body. Your temperature of your body must maintain 97 to 98.6 degrees. So anything that goes above that, you start threatening to damage the enzymes and cellular structures in your body. So your body uses its regulation, or uses its energy to regulate temperatures. It pull blood from the skin to allow that heat from the water to be tolerable by the skin. And that means more blood is going to be in other areas of your body. This is why those things seem like and this is what we're going to talk about, why the hydropath used to always think water baths and different types of water bath were healing, because they tend to mimic healing, because they force the body by treating, but by that treatment they waste and squander away the vitality, because that's energy being used rapidly in trying to regulate and protect itself from the heat. And so doing it send a lot of blood to the internal organs, and that extra blood give a chance for the organs to heal. But because there's more blood there, that means there's more healing going to go where the blood is at. But the other organs are being damaged, and you're wasting a lot of energy. So there's natural ways to create health in your body without damaging other organs. Like the medical people would cause damage with their pills to create one healthy issue, but they'll damage other organs. To get water off out of your blood, to bring down your pressure, they're going to irritate the kidneys until the kidneys end up failing. Now you got failed kidneys. Now you got to be on dialysis. So it's just the same concept: destroying one area to stop another area, which progressively carry you from acute disease to chronic disease. So bathing should be minimal. Jump in the shower for about 5 minutes, letting water rush over your body, and then coming out and exfoliating your body in a circular motion all over your body, all over your skin, with a clean towel. Because the body is really self-cleansing. You don't want to over cleanse where you keep your skin dry, and you won't be able to assimilate calcium with the oils, and let the oils protect your skin, because they need to have an oil to them. Not overly oily, but they still need to have that oily glow to it. All right. So, and we talked about clothing. Clothing should be light on you. We also talked about talking about proper nutrition with the care of the skin. With every organ in our body, we can talk about not bathing in hot water and different stuff like that to protect the skin. But the skin is really protected by what you eat. Just like every other organ in your body, The skin is fed by the blood system. Whatever the condition of the blood is, will also be the condition of your cells and tissue. So the cells and tissue are the direct reflection or mirror image of the quality of the blood. So if you want your tissues and cells to be optimum, beautiful, pretty, handsome, however you wish to use the term, you want to make sure that your blood is pure. A pure bloodstream creates a healthy, you say, vital body. All right. So let's keep that in mind. Now, let's go to the care of the eyes. This is where I really wanted us to get to, because a lot of us, we are suffering from these issues in our eyes. And I wanted to share something what Dr. Shelton said in one of his books on orthobionomics, the study of bionomy. He said that the living action of the eyes are elastic and ever changing, and the conditions of which varies with the quantity and quality of blood that feeds it. So here again, the eyes are ever changing. So when we wear glasses that are fit on our eyes for a month, or we wear, I mean, for a year or two, or we wear contact lenses, those contact lenses and those eyeglasses and those corrective lenses, they don't change. They're just stationary, and they are as the doctor made them. But where your eyes, they're constantly changing. At one moment you can see, at one moment you can't see. And but that's according to your energy level and according to the amount of blood that's circulating in that eyeball and the quality of the blood that's circulating in that eyeball. If the quality is not good and there is no blood there, and your energy level is low, you can't see. you know, and that's with every other organ. Other organs don't function properly if there's no blood, if there's no energy, and if that quality of blood is toxic. That is present. They don't function properly either. They malfunction, and they are suffering with disease. Now you go to the doctor and you go to him and he start talking about well, you go to him complaining, hey man, I can't see up close, or I can't see up far, far, and I see these little dizzy, I get a little dizzy, and I see these little spots in the corner of my eyes and different things of that nature. And what he does, he put a little stuff in your eye and he deaden your optic nerve, and then he have you look at something and tell you, hey, you have problems looking, you got farsightedness or you got nearsightedness. Well, that's what I told you. Why you had to do all this? I told you that, but he give it these other names. He might give it the name of astigmatism, or he might name it, something like what's the other one? Hyper metropia, hypermetropia, or he might call it myopia. Any of these different long eyeballs or different things like that, he might give name to it. Those are just Latin terms, Greek words, or some words we can't interpret. Instead of just saying, you go there saying that, I have, for example, let's say that you go there telling him that you have um, um, say nearsightedness, and he call it myopia, you know. But you just said nearsightedness. Why you can't just say nearsightedness? You know, say a question in the chat. Well, you can question me. If you have any questions, what is your take on the sauna and sitz bath? Here again, that's what we're talking about. The bath. Those are you'll say things that were given by hydropaths. Hydropaths believe in using these baths as means of treatments. All these are treatments. Anytime you use these hot baths, they tend to do damage to your skins. They waste the body energy. They drain the body. You get tired when you come out of a hot shower. All you want to do is go to sleep. That's letting you know that you're draining your body of energy. That's wasting a lot of energy to resist the heat of these saunas. And we sit there and we bake in those things. And those different baths, using the Epsom salts and all these different things, they're irritating to the body. We're soaking in irritating properties. Those things are you say, destructive and damaging to the cells and to our vitality as a whole. So I would say just clear, clean water. Notice the animals don't utilize those things, and no other animal or organ or being on earth, use these means that we have put to ourselves in hopes to cure ourselves of diseases. Um, but they actually are wasting our body of energy by doing so. So I want to share something where I can go into these exercises real quick. I got a couple of exercises I want to help you understand about your eyes. You got six muscles around your eyes as well. All right. So we told you that you got to make sure that you get proper nutrition with caring for the eyes. That's just like with caring with the skin. You got to make sure that you got proper nutrition. But also, you got six muscles around your eyes called ciliary muscles, and they're interwoven with each other. All six of them are like interwoven, like stitched in together. So now they tend to pull on this curvature lens. This curvature lens is what helps you see far off and help you see, up close. So here it is. In doing so, that's like a focus on a camera. It just helps you zoom in and zoom out. The more that muscle pull on that lens, it helps you see wider. When it lets go, it helps you see up close. So here it is. When those muscles are not healthy because they're not getting proper blood to repair themselves, or they're not getting proper exercise to repair themselves, they tend to not be strong to pull on the lens or to push on the lens to help you accommodate what you're seeing. So this is what we call accommodation. All right. So you're not getting proper accommodation. You're not getting proper zoom action, zoom in and zooming out, in other words. So these muscles have to be able to be tight in which to do their work. If they're lax and one is not, one is stringing by a hair, the other one is fatigued and aching, it's not going to pull when you need to pull. So you're not going to be able to zoom in. You're looking down there trying to focus. I can't see. You get up on Sunday like, oh, I can't see it. You're trying to accommodate what you're seeing, but the muscle can't adjust in time enough for you until you play around, or it get to a point where it can adjust, or it just don't adjust, and you just with this infraction going on in your eyesight. All right. So I want to share something with you. Where a lot of people say that it's just something that's going on. But I share something from Dr. Herbert Shelton, and he talked about wearing glasses and that glasses should be abandoned. And that this woman, he gave an example of a young woman had excellent eyesight when she came, right? She had excellent eyesight. She goes through school and college, and her eyes never trouble her. She secures a position and goes to work in an office. She works hard and neglects her general health. Her mother dies, and grief finishes the work of breaking her down. She discovers that she can no longer see well. She must bring the print up closer to her eyes, or it is an eye, or it's blurred and indistinct. Like thousands of others, she goes to an eye specialist who examines her eyes and tells her that her eyeballs are too long, and this is the cause of her to be nearsighted. For 25 years, her vision was good. Now it is poor, and it is discovered that her eyeballs are too long. This gives her the impression that her eyeballs have been stretching out longer without her knowing it. Now she accepts the theory and the glasses and goes away with the dread thought that now she must wear glasses all of her life. Now she does not understand that the relation of her impaired health to her defective vision. She does not realize that the eyes are simply unhealthy also. She does not know that the causes of impaired sight may be corrected and removed, and that her sight will be as good as ever, providing she will discard the glasses. You cannot correct eyesight while the glasses are still present. We don't work with clients who will be unwilling to abandon the glasses because the glasses are habit forming. If I put on some glasses right now, and my mom used to tell me, boy, don't play with them glasses, you're gonna go blind. If you sit there and put on glasses, your eyes will accommodate that strength of those glasses. So the stronger your glasses become, the stronger, well, the weaker your eyeballs are going to become. But if you abandon them, you'll notice that over time your body will learn to see again. But you have to be willing to throw away the glasses and live a hygienic lifestyle, and you can restore that back to health. Like she said, she's always had these issues with this condition where her eye was always long. But here it is, 25 years, 45 years down the road. Now that's the cause of it. You know, they're saying hereditary. Well, why didn't it happen right then? Why didn't I suffer from blindness at day birth if it was already long? It was long then, you know. So let's go on. Like I said, glasses are habit forming. One who can see well without glasses may wear them a while, and he soon finds that he cannot see well without them. He has trained his eyes to see through, and by the aid of the lenses, and they do not see well. When we don't have them, or we have them in our in you say absence. In the absence of using them, we'll see that we have problems. So I want you to write this down, and but you're going to have to possibly come back and see me on this show. You know, rewind it where you can get a better view of how to correct this eyeball of yours. Remember those muscles we talked about, because we got 5 minutes left. So I've got to run down these 7 exercises to you, and I want you to let me grab something right here. All right. I got this pin right here, and what I want you to do is focus your eye on this pin top. Now, all right, and do not move your head; just move your eyeball. All right. See how I'm just moving my eyeball? All right. So I want you to do the same thing, and I'm just going to do them to you right now. So right now, follow the tip. All right. So we're going from left to right, following the tip. We're going left to right. We're going left to right. All right. Now we're going up in the corner, down, up, down, corner to corner. All right. Other corner to corner down. It's like you're doing the X. You can even do the X. Boom, 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 boom. But all the while, you're keeping your eyeball on this pin without moving your head. All right. You're going to go around in circle. You following the tip, going around in circle. All right. And you're going to do each one of those exercises 10 times, going up and down, following it, up and down, up and down. Now, a lot of people might notice that they have a little strenuous feeling coming around those eyes because you're working the muscles. This is the exercise to strengthen those muscles back up. Also, I want you to follow it. All right, look at the tip of your nose. It's like you cross-eyeing yourself. And let go. Now look at me. Look at the tip of your nose. Now look at me. Look at the tip of your nose. Now look at me. You want to do that 10 times. You also want to, now you see how I got the pin here. You look at the pin, and then you look at something way down, like you look at something behind me, that hat. All right. Then you look at the pin. Then you look at the hat. Then you look at the pin. Then you look at the hat. What you're doing is training your eyes to focus to zoom in, zoom out real rapidly. You keep doing that, and your eyes is going to work up until it's now building up that muscle to be able to pull in, pull out, pull in, and pull out, because you're forcing it by looking down and then looking close, looking away and then looking close, looking further down, then looking close, looking further, looking close. And then use the pen and just go around in different areas following it, just moving it around and any kind of old motion. But you're just following it with your eyes. You're just moving it from side to side, just following it. All right. So that is the ideal way to exercise your muscles. I know I went kind of quick on it, but all you have to do, good thing ATR, they have this on their webpage on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and look at it over and over. You can go right there to ATR Media and look at it over and over. So you can get a chance to go back and slow down, stop it, and get a better understanding of those exercises. As you do those exercises, it'll help you correct a lot of the issues that you're suffering with behind wearing glasses. And like I said, this has helped everyone who we taught this to, not just some people. Everyone benefit from it. And then last but not least, going out sunbathing and sun gazing will help with the skin. Sunbathing and sun gazing will help with your eyes. But you want to close your eyes when you're going out there early in the morning. Start off early in the morning or late in the evening and close your eyes and let the sun hit through your eyelids. And then after you do that for about a week or two, you can gradually start opening your eyes early in the morning, and for about another week or two until you get to a point where you're able to look onto the noon sun. So I just want to encourage you to rewind this show. We didn't have enough time to really dig into it the way we wanted to, but this is the Hygiene of Health. You know, I get to talk and I love to talk, and I thank all of y'all for tuning into this show. I can't wait till next week. We got a lot of valuable information that's going to be coming in next week. Share with a friend, share with an enemy, share with your loved one, share with anyone that you feel that need to be healthy and healed from their diseases. People who are suffering with a lot of drugs, treatments, bring them here and let us teach them how to get off that stuff. And people who are doing well, let's teach them how to maintain that wellness. Best of health and happiness from Savannah Natural Health. Natural is Health every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Thank you and have a great week.